How you doing? Hello. This is Jay Butler, and this is Jay Butler Show presented by My Block TV. And today we have a special guest today. Good guy over here, good friend, my guy Oswald. How you feeling, man?
I'm good. Happy New Year. Happy holidays,
Yeah,
man.
Happy New Year's. Happy New Year. New Year ain't coming yet, so
Yeah.
still,
Got that
still we in
countdown.
the Christmas. We getting out of Christmas into the New Year. So, but how was your Christmas and everything?
It
Like,
was good. It was good. Congratulations on your first episode, by the way.
thank you so
It,
much.
it, it was good. It was quiet, low key. Spent some time with my son, my family, and did some me time,
Yeah,
some resting, refreshing.
yeah. I was kind of me. Yeah, with the Christmas, I don't really feel it too much.
Hmm.
Me, mostly I just do it for like the kids' sakes. They like it, so. But me, everybody's like, it's gone. So the traditional stuff is like
Yeah,
it's type different. So
I've heard a lot of people like from my generation and maybe a generation below say this has probably been the most un-Christmas feeling
yeah, because
since.
it's a lot of spots. A lot of families lost the big mama feel. So everybody
100%.
go over grandma house, everybody
Hmm.
drinking, wilding out, having a good time. We just don't really, it's just not the same because family, the glue, has been removed from a lot of families. So everybody just,
Doing their own thing, yeah.
every only thing they mostly worried about like presents and stuff, like just like whatever they could get, and that's that. They don't care about nothing else. Like
Yeah,
just give me
yeah.
the bread and I'm gone. So it's a little different this year. But I'm glad you had a good Christmas and you enjoyed yours.
Thank you, man.
That's
Thank you,
it,
thank you.
So. But yeah, like, so we're gonna do we're gonna take a look. We're just gonna jump back into the year because we did have a crazy year,
Yeah.
and and things of that nature. And we have, and one thing I want to say, I don't want to open, I want to, but rest in peace to Robert Brooks,
Yeah, yeah.
the guy that who was murdered in Marcy Correction Facility upstate, and just just want to say a prayer for him. And like I tell everybody, if you got somebody in those facilities and things of that nature, because those type of things go on all day. It goes on every day. So if you have somebody in there, you make sure you write them, you stay connected with them, so they can see that you correspond. Because if you don't correspond and they just feel you just dead weight there, they'll do whatever they want to, like they did him. But luckily, to shed light on it, somebody put their camera on, because all the cameras was ordered to go off.
Mm,
So that's why when you see the camera, it had the little zipper because
yeah.
somebody had it it was zipped up.
Oh,
Nobody knew it was recording. All their cameras supposed to have been off. So that's why he kept looking at the guy. Remember, when you go back in, look at the zippers. Because remember, your
wow.
camera, your cam goes here. Whoever had it had the zipper.
Centered.
That's why everybody just was looking and laughing. Like they wouldn't have did that if they knew that camera was on.
Well, let me ask you this. Is this a norm? Is this
Yeah,
normal?
yeah. This been going on for years. Years. I've been hearing stories. People always tell. That's how I knew to tell people to always correspond with your people. Because the people I knew that was locked up, that's what they always say. Because if not, they'll kill you, beat you, and they'll just throw you somewhere. Like, especially in like the southern jails down south, you going in the dirt. They definitely putting you in the dirt.
And I think it's interesting that no one makes that correlation when you think about Rashad Penny and Jordan Neely. Like, I think it's becoming this norm to like not have no sympathy for African Americans that maybe need to be reformed or African Americans dealing with mental health. I say that because the medical examiner in a Jordan Neely case, a guy that got choked out on a
Mm-hmm.
train, he made it. He make the you make it brace a case like that.
Yeah.
And when he said that kid had fentanyl and weed in his system, it seemed like it justified everything now.
Because.
So it's just like it's funny when you say that, but you was like, yo, write your family members and all
Mm-hmm.
that. It'll justify them being able to do that to you now.
Mm-hmm.
So I just see a weird correlation there where it's
Yeah.
just like it's
That's
so
the first
easy.
thing they try to do with you anyway is to demonize you.
Mm,
So when they do that, like when they do that type of thing, they'll demonize you to make people go, well, you know what? It's a criminal anyway. We ain't
yeah,
doing it, And then they make guys like Jeffrey Dahmer
mm-hmm,
seems humanized.
yeah,
So what they do with that, they humanize him by letting you see his everyday life. Like
yeah,
he had a show, Living with Dahmer.
yeah. I think it was a Netflix
Yeah,
thing,
it was a
right?
Netflix
Yeah,
show. So it's about his everyday thing. So certain people they like to normalize certain like serial killers in America, and that's why he got 9 movies,
yeah,
4 documentaries, TV series, because they normalize it. But us, the moment, if it was me, like if something happened to me, all the good that I've done, like throughout the neighborhood and in the community, if I do one thing, they'll go back when I stole candy
Yeah, yeah.
in '82.
For sure. For sure.
The first thing they'll do, but he was in Macy's stealing candy or something, and they'll just try to make everybody like, because once you do that, everybody just gonna brush you away. Like, we don't really care about, he's a criminal, so we don't need him.
And you know what I think we got to start normalizing? We got to not start normalizing being more vocal when we experience these small little racial things.
Yeah.
When little things happen, they try to criminalize what you did when really it wasn't even that serious. It could have been handled in a conversation.
Exactly.
But you don't even want to give me that courtesy now. And I think what happens in Flushing a lot with me, whenever I have some kind of altercation, I speak up for myself. The one thing, well, this happened when I first started working out here. The one thing they love to do is threaten you with the police because they know once they create this image of who you are before the cops get there, now they have that upper hand. So I notice a lot of people try to use the police against you as if you live a life, assuming you live a life to have to be scared of the police, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes very much sense, because at the same time, people say certain things like that, threaten you with police, because they know the relationship between us
for sure.
and police. So they know, I'm going to call the police because I'm going to put you in a dangerous situation. You get what I'm saying? Because you of color, I'm who, they who they. So it's like, so that's the first thing they say. And they sometimes, you see it in their eye when they say it to you, too. Like, I'm going to call the police. Like, you know. So a lot of them threaten you. They definitely know, man. Especially we got the Karens. Man. That's the first thing.
Rest in peace to Mr. Brooks. And
Brooks,
my condolences to his family. But my question is, the person that took that video, just to piggyback on what you said, do you think they felt like they could have been more effective documenting it or trying to stop it in the moment?
Nah.
Like, what do you do?
I think, to me, right, the blue wall is a gang. We all know that. Police blue wall, it's a gang. So him stopping it right there when it did no, because they would have blackballed, he would have got the shitty end of that stick.
Makes sense.
They would have did him dirty. That's duty, took away all his, they would have did him dirty. Had him somewhere he wasn't supposed to, transfer him way out. They do you like that once you go against the blue wall. Yeah. So the best he could do, was to put the camera in there and, tape it on the, on the low, on some spy cam. Yeah. On some spy cam mess. So he had it right here. So that's the best thing he could do. He couldn't really, because they probably would have beat him up too. Yeah. They get down. You got to understand them, you know what I mean? Not to say, but them, the white people that live upstate, they don't play with like the, they don't play when it comes to that, like the, that blue wall code and all that. They don't play with the blue wall code like you with us or you with them. Yeah. So they just gonna mash you up. So you can't really, he did the best he can do. I feel it was, to me, it was good enough for me.
It was good strategy.
It was a good strategy. It was a good strategy because the thing is, if he would have helped, they would have beat him and him. We'd have never known.
And they all would have been on the same page about what happened. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
And the scary part, like I said, that type of violence and that type of mentality is passed down because if you look in the video, when you look to the side, you see the teenage guy with the tan hoodie. Yeah. And he was smiling, laughing. That was somebody's son or something. Yeah. Like they had them watching, like this is what we do.
Prove mission.
Like come get some of this. Yeah. So they got, so they be prepping them for that, but they live for that. Like up in the mountains, they live for that. So, like I said, that's the best they can do, man.
So we know their position. What I ask myself when and then again, the way to end the year, it seems like we always have to end the year with some kind of tragic, blatant racism like that, and I hate that sometimes. But collectively, what can we do? Like, how do we change our mentality to one, not have so much numbers in prison that much, and two, stop giving these elected officials with so much power a pass for not even thinking they have to address some shit like that.
Yeah, that's the people that we...
So my question, I guess I'm saying is, what do you think we could do as people, as black folks, what do we could do to just make this change within year by year? How do we change shit like this?
We keep bringing the battles to the mayor's office, the senator's office. We need to go there. We need to stop. When something happened, burning down our own stores in our own community. Stop wrecking everything. Start using the violence against us, against violence that's put on us. So it's like, that's what we got to do. We got to do the senator. We got to do the mayor. We got to go to the Congress. We got to do that. We got to fight them there. We can't fight the police right there. So we got to go above and beyond to go there to make them make changes.
Yeah. You remember, have you ever seen Godfather?
Long time ago.
Make a long story short, in Godfather, Michael Corleone, his father's goal was to have his son go into politics. And one thing that the mob did, the foundation of the mob, is they had their offspring going to college, being lawyers, being politicians. It's like they saw the big picture when it comes to their organized crime. They wanted to infiltrate the system so they could have some kind of protection and some kind of power when it comes to politics and when it comes to the law and government and all that. And I was just thinking, like, do you see a world where we can support these organizations like Legal Outreach that's teaching kids the importance of being lawyers and respecting the law again and respecting government again and stop telling our community that none of that shit matters when it really do?
Yeah.
What can we do? Like, those are the things. It's like,
No, that's the same thing. But like I said, we, like me, like, you know, mentor. We all, like I said, if we can mentor kids into that, like, if I take one, you take one, and we take one, and we mold them to do that.
Yeah.
You see what I do? I do the
Yeah,
soldering,
for sure.
I do the boxing. So we take one, everyone take one, and we mold them, and we show them the importance of the unity. And that's what I said, you're going to be a lawyer, you're going to be judging. These things won't happen and get swept under the rug because of some of our people in position to, you know. So that's why we got to train them the same way they train them. The Jews train them the same way. The mob train them the same way. The Bilderbergers.
yeah,
They train them. They put everybody in strategic positions so they can do exactly and move how they want to move. We can't do it. We ain't got nobody in office. We ain't got nobody to speak for us. We ain't got no voice, really.
yeah.
We ain't got somebody that's down for us in office, should I say.
When I say that, let's be specific when we say down for us, because we got a lot of people that look like us in office.
But that's
already.
what I said. Down for us.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
down, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they with us, but they not just wearing the color and get our votes.
Yeah.
And then they just go do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
And like later for the hood. So we didn't tell somebody, the people that's down for us to make sure we good. We got like trees and everything in our neighborhood. The violence and the crime ain't up, and the police is not just rolling up, beating on us for no reason. Like, you know, so it's crazy. So, but like you said, that's what we got to mold them to do, to put them in position. Once we put them in position, then we have a voice. Because if we don't have because if they in office and we come and we got a problem, our problem's just getting thrown right off the. As soon as we walk out, we'll make the complaint. We'll as soon as we walk out, garbage. We don't need somebody like that. We need somebody that's gonna step up and do what they got to do for our community. Because we need that. We need that. We need it, and then we need like upstanding. We need more upstanding people. We gotta stop pushing the kids towards the rapping and all this, and like I said, put them in office because there's good money in that too. You know, not just for the money, but that's what you gotta, you know, you gotta push that as well too. You can make a good living, because if they look at you like, you know, a lot of kids these days, they look at a lot of people that go to work is the working man's a sucker.
Yeah.
So we gotta push it. So that's why, you know, that's why they say when I do my talks, sometimes I wear that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I wear it so I can show them I got a job too.
Yeah.
But you can look like this, but you ain't got to be in the streets dealing drugs, throwing bricks, doing whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
So that's what, and they like that.
Yeah.
They like it because once they see it's done, I'm not the guy, no disrespect, I'm not the guy with the big church suit,
Yeah.
with the pointy shoes, because they're not listening to him. You coming in with that?
Yeah.
They want to see it, you know?
Nah, they can identify with
Yeah, that's what I said. They can identify.
Yeah, I get that.
That's why, you know, so.
I just feel like we got to get to a point where we respect our money more. And when I say that, I mean there's a barber, a business entrepreneur in my neighborhood. His name is Sneed, and he always talks about, you know, we never pool our money together and then go to these politicians when it's time for them to campaign and all that. We never really see the value of it. Where, yo, what if we came to these politicians with $100 grand, and we this neighborhood and 1,000 people put up $100. You know what I'm saying? And really came to them and said, we want this. You know, it may not always, sometimes you may need a bigger number, but sometimes you got to let them know that, like, I can't just vote for you because you're a brother, or I can't just vote for you because you know how to recite a Biggie rhyme or something like that, because it's not even about that, for real.
But that's what they be catching people with,
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be. But we got to go to the meetings. We have to go to the meetings in the neighborhood, the community meetings, all of those counts in your centers, block associations, and like I said, that goes up city councilmen, governor. Those go up the ladders, but you have to attend those type of meetings. You can't, you know, but the money is good, but we still got to be there. We don't be there.
Yeah.
We don't be there. So the one of the people I had from the mayor's office, Henry Butler, So we had him at the office, and we talking to him, and the lady said, I know who you are, because he's the district, the district leader, whatever.
Yeah.
So he said, I know who you are. He said, I know who you are too. And he said, you can't talk to me because he said, you're never nowhere. He said, but every time you see me, you want to criticize me, but you're never nowhere at these meetings. He said, because I be at the Marcy Houses meetings and doing things for y'all. You never there. But you on the bench when I come out to curse me out.
Yeah.
But you're not coming there and tell us what we need for the neighborhood. What we need a garden. We need trees. We need asphalt in the park, baseball fields. I said, that's how people get things done.
Yeah. No, I get that. But what this past election taught me, the past 4 years taught me that a lot of people that will knock you for having a political position that the average black person doesn't have and all that, when you really lay everything out, you realize you don't even know who your district leader is for your county. You don't know who the city council is. You don't know what the process is. But you arguing with me, someone that know. I've interviewed pretty much every local elected official in my district, which is the 27th, 29th district in Queens. I've either interviewed, talked to, been to those meetings. And the one thing that I realize is that it's an inner circle. And when you don't come from that inner circle, they've gotten so spoiled that they feel like they don't have to service you, even though you're a constituent in their district. It's at this point now where it's this arrogance to it. And that's my problem, and that's what I want to see change in 2025. Because what Mayor Adams, let me just ask you, what do you think his overall performance is? Like, what would you say his overall performance level is? You know what I mean? Like,
it's Mayor Adams.
It make me feel like he didn't deserve it. He wasn't qualified for
at
the
all.
job.
But that's why I was like, that's why you asked the questions. I didn't mean to laugh, but it's like everything that needed to be addressed, everything that we needed. He did things like the rat patrol.
Yeah.
We have all this gun violence. He put together a dirt bike squad unit to chase guys on pedal bikes and dirt bikes.
Yeah.
We need gun squad. The migrant situation. He put them in the neighborhoods where we didn't even have the right resources. We wasn't even getting the resources. Then you come and put them in there, which made it more worse and gave them all the resources. And so it's like his overall performance. What you want, 1 to 10?
1 to 10.
2.
2. I feel you, bro.
I'm like 2, and I'm not the type of bash.
You know what I call him? I call him Eric Show Pony Adams.
Yeah,
he's a show pony.
He want to be at the party.
Yeah, he went. Yeah, I just want to know when that should be. You know what I think it is? I think, and this is why I say I don't know Eric Adams the father.
Yeah.
I don't know Eric Adams the whatever he is. I don't know that.
He is. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm talking about in the context his performance. Eric Adams, the mayor of this city. I just don't think he's a good person based on that, because I'll give you interesting statistics that a lot of people don't know. There are 50 million people currently on SNAP benefits, HRA, and all that. And people like Mayor Adams and his staff want you to believe that all of these people are dealing with either mental health, just want to abuse the system, and want to stay on the system for decades and decades. That's the narrative when it comes to African Americans on that, where he doesn't know that if he would just reform some of the policy when it comes to HRA and SNAP benefits and all that, if he can reform that properly, in a 3-year span, that $50 million could be cut in half, literally. The research is there.
Yeah.
So I just think sometimes it's designed to keep us on that, because that's how they allocate and get more for their annual budget. I don't think they want people off.
Because at one point, black folks wasn't the numbers.
Yeah.
It wasn't us on it. It was more the white people and the Jews and because for every Jew you got I think one Jew per case hold 8.
Yeah.
So you got to times that from so it ain't at that point it wasn't really us.
And the interesting part about that is the for these ethnicities that's on it, the wife will be on it.
Yeah.
And they'll have a father in the house with a high income, and they're still collected it.
Yeah.
As opposed to vice versa. Put it this way: when you go to these HRA buildings, right? That Indian woman that works there,
Yeah.
she gonna take care of her people. The Spanish woman that's in there that got status, she gonna take care of her people. All this, but for some reason, I hate to make it sound like this, but for some reason, when we see each other in these buildings, and this is just a case study I've been doing.
Hurry up.
We tend to like have this attitude towards each other that I don't see any other races have. And I don't know. It bothers me sometimes because I really study this shit. I've been studying this shit since 2014, and I just think we got to change the way we view that shit, bro.
Nah, we definitely, when it comes to that right there, you just hit it on the head, because
it's bad.
That's why it's not that we look at people, well, for me, I don't look at people and like, yo, they doing bad. I just wish my people was on the same thing they on.
Yeah.
That's why I get mad, like, damn, why we can't? They be having everything on smash, like we can't. They look at us and like the first thing, like you said, you look at that as the enemy from your own kind. Like,
you know, my shorty, right? When the pandemic happened, she was working in a hospital space, and she saw it coming, so she just quit because she knew they was trying to force them out. She took SNAP. She got SNAP. Don't you know, in 2022, when she got her job back, you know they never adjusted her SNAP. She still gets SNAP at the same amount she had, as if she wasn't, like she's still not working. But when I moved back to New York, and unfortunately I had to be on that, my brother, I had an internship. It wasn't even a permanent job. I took a PA job for BET. And as soon as I got that job, they adjusted my shit to $27.
yeah.
I said, I said, you know what? Just keep it, bro. I'm good, bro.
That's
good.
a sandwich and a soda.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this shit
month.
like, damn, this and the young, unfortunately, it was a sister, could not understand the dynamic of, look, they're keeping me on the payroll because BET is in California, believe it or not, and they just moved back around that time. Viacom had just bought it, so they were operating out the CBS building. Make a long story short, I was letting her know they're keeping me on the payroll doesn't mean I'm working every day just so I can get paid faster.
Yeah.
She did not want to understand that and said, we
so
can't do that,
they don't wanna hear that.
BW.
They don't wanna
And I
hear
was
that.
looking at it like, and she hit me with the, why you in here if you working for BET? I said, wow. I was like, yo, no other race would say that to somebody, yo. That shit hurt my feelings, bro.
It's the kick down. We getting, like, we going in, we getting kicked. Like, I wouldn't even, I would have probably had to figure it out.
I end up having to. I have a choice.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, boy, as soon as you come in there, they looking right at you too.
And why? But yo, before because I know you want to do the wrap up, and I know you got other topics you want to touch on. But let me ask you this: why do you think that's the case, though? Why do we like? Is that deeper? Is that in our DNA? Is that from slavery? Is that like?
It's kind of like It's kind of like
Because I just told myself every experience I want with another black man, I try to go out my way to make sure it's a positive one.
Yeah, and then you trying to, but you ever saw Trick Baby?
Nah, put me on.
Trick Baby is where they give you, like, Trick Baby was Trick, like when you YouTube a Trick Baby at the dinner table, and they was telling you how they keep us divided.
I think I seen a clip. It was Democrats and Republicans.
So it was like, we give them such and such, and they'll detach from their people, and like, but the division, I don't understand that part. Like no matter what, like division, like we got to. I think it's in. It's hard to say it.
It's insane. I think it is, bro. The Cosby 5%ers say a lot of this about slavery. Like when a child is born. And studies have shown, according to the 5%, studies have shown that's a direct from slavery, because certain plantations didn't want girls, certain plantations didn't want boys, so they would get rid of the baby immediately. So a lot of these things are in our DNA, but we ain't ready for these conversations, bro.
That's rough, because
you feel me?
Because it's like, it is though, like it is like. And it's hard to say because when I say it, I get backlash crazy. So it's like, but it is. We see it, and the most thing, like, not even to go back to the jail system is, but like I was young, and I was running around, and then they sent me to Rikers Island. So Rikers Island, this is where I really seen it. So I'm in there, and got the Spanish dude comes in, right? So the Spanish dude comes in. Spanish dude's immediately, come here. Said what they said. Let me see your paperwork. Look at his paperwork. See he ain't snitching nothing. All right, get him over there. Gave him some soups, some turkey things in the pack. Cool, good. Asians come in. It was only like 3-4 Asians.
Yeah.
It was only like 3-4 of them in there. But they took the guy on. Come here. Gave him a bucket, everything. The black guy comes in there. He was from Harlem. They took his shoes. The black guys took his shoes. I'm like, yo. That's when I first seen it. Like, nah, we ain't got none of that.
Yeah, it's bad, man.
We ain't got. They took his shoes. They gave him the things called. It was called Patakis. So we had we came in with some type of Nikes. They gave him the you know the Patakis. He probably wore 8.5. They gave him like 11. They were orange, and they was like they took all the stuff. They robbed whatever he had. I was like, yo. But that's when I first seen it. We don't stick together.
Yeah.
Period. Is what it is. We don't stick together, and that's what we got to learn. Like, I learned that twice. With my own business, doing my own business, my personal training business, I had a personal training business. And from the people I knew and the people of this right here, it wasn't, I got support from everybody else but the people I thought I was going to get. And I was like, I couldn't understand it. And
that bothers me sometimes.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot. Because it makes me sit there and think like, why? Like, yo, this, that, and the third. Like, everything was cool when, we was, I was regular and I wasn't doing nothing. I was cool.
Yeah.
But when I started to do something for myself, it's like everybody kind of like, we're not doing that with him. We're not giving him the money. And one person said this too, it was crazy. She said, somebody asked him, and he was like, you know he's training. He's a trainer. Why you don't go to him? She said, he's not going to be buying expensive shades with my money.
Yeah, what kind of narrative is...
So I'm like, what?
As if it matters, though.
Like, but you could go to Jay-Z and Beyonce concert, and with your money, they flying on the plane in the boat. So it's like, yo, what matter does it? But I think it was just because it was just me. I mean, nobody wanted to see me excel. Yeah. And I think that's what it was. Nobody, okay, we here together, and it's cool, and you ain't got nothing, and I ain't got nothing. Yeah. But the moment I try to do something for myself, it was different.
I think Hove got a line he said when he was doing I think the album with R. Kelly, he was saying, you never know who your friends are till both of y'all got bread. Yeah. And every year as you try to grow in business or all the things, you start realizing that. Like, I've had people that I thought was my friends or like really high associates, and they hold you down when you popped, and when I was in school, see that you coming up, act like they fucking with you, right? But what happens is they want to see you in that you need me state.
Yeah, in that position.
But then once you get in a position where you can kind of return that favor, you guys will end up clashing as opposed to you being able to just return that favor freely. And you realize, like, that's why I say the power of friendship, real friendship is so rare. I always just tap into my friend. Even, like, I tell all my boys, my real friends, even if I don't hear from them in a while, I always send them a quote saying, like, yo, true friendship
always checking
can last the test of time, because you don't appreciate true friendship until you realize you meet with somebody that you thought was your friend, and you guys are clashing every time you're in a position where, like what you're saying, like every time I want to elevate, why we crashing?
Why we crashing?
You know what I mean?
That's why when Hov said that, right? When he said you don't know until both of y'all got money. He's right. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm gonna explain to you a little bit. When we all pop, we ain't got no money. So we forced to be here together. We forced. So, okay, so I ain't got no choice but to deal with you. You ain't got no choice to deal with me. We both eat oodles and noodles.
Let's make this work.
Let's make it work. But now that we both got money, our living situation and how we move with each other is optional. It's not because we stuck there. So when you got money and y'all still clicking, y'all good, that's a real friendship. Because you hanging with me is optional. You could be out doing whatever. You could fly out and do whatever. I could fly out and do whatever. But we kept it there. Nothing glued us there like the poverty used to glue us there. Nothing. So like I said, and then when they say like money will turn you into, it don't turn you. It just expose who you really are. You just ain't have a chance to, you ain't have the resources to act the way you want to act. Or, style on somebody. So once you got the resources, I could be who I really am, because I can move the way I want to move. So
I'm the type that's just like, I'm a Sagittarius, man. So I wish sometimes, and I'm not proud of this, but sometimes I'm very literal. So if someone show me love, I'm truly appreciative. When I'm in a position to show that love back the way they did, I'm passionate about that. You feel me? So when we do clash, and you have to come to that realization, like, damn, my man, my brother wouldn't clash like with me like this because of this.
Yeah.
So it's just like you have to deal with the fact, like, damn, I thought this was like a potential homie or a potential businessman, and you have to readjust. The Sagittarius in me, I hold that a little longer than I'm supposed to. So that's one of my resolutions, by the way, is to just kind of be more like a duck. You know what I mean? Let that shit just roll or just be water more.
Yeah,
Just let that shit flow.
Sometimes you got to. Sometimes you can't. Cause that's just how people is, and that's what learning people too. You learn people's funny, people wishy-washy, but
I want to ask you an interesting question, and I hope you can process this the right way. In hindsight, do you think there were any benefits as far as being in incarceration? Were there any benefits long term as far as not the man you are now? Do you look back and say, damn, that made me look at this way? Or were there any secret benefits of being like incarcerated and what you learned?
Yes. This is number one. Like I said, I seen how we don't have unity amongst the community. That's number one. Number two, how I was treated and how they really look at us and how they really talk about us. And then it's like, I'm gonna get my shit together and I ain't coming back here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna stay on the right path because I'm never coming back here. Like, you're making me go to bed at 9 o'clock, you're cutting off my TV, you're waking me up at 4. So it's a lot of things like, nah. And then, like I said, I read a lot. Read a lot of, things, and just to keep your mind going, because you get caught up in everything. Yeah. So like I said, like that right there, the lesson, big lesson. Like I said, to keep a straight path, because I'm like, I'm not coming, I can't come back here.
I'm going to be real with you. What I've learned outside looking in is like most people I've seen that was up north before, the reason why I ask is that they're usually in shape. They usually don't age. And they usually have a level of discipline that the average civilian don't have. Yeah. So that's why I asked it. I know a lot of dudes.
Because mostly, I already had that discipline anyway, because I used to do gymnastics when I was young.
Okay, gotcha.
So I had a disciplined background. So that was like, I guess just added on to it, because now because I still do, like, to this day, like, I'm still, still work out, still do my boxing. I'm 49 years old, I'm be 50.
That's what's up.
So it's like, so it keeps you there. But that's one benefit that you can, you discipline. You up in the morning, everything is clean, folded. Yeah. And some people take that, they'll take that and incorporate that in their outside life.
Yeah, business, things like that.
Yeah, business and everything. So they stay, focused and militant, very militant on things. And sometimes they bring too much. Yeah. They'll bring the whole, it's certain things you just bring the good. Yeah. And then you do that, but sometimes they'll bring the whole table. Yeah. And that's not good. And that's not.
And another thing, can we just not bring this into, and this is for the youth, man. Can we just normalize? Because a lot of times when I really get into it with youth, I'm gonna tell you an interesting story. Make a long story short. I caught these two dudes trying to go in my book bag, but it was my fault because I left the book bag unattended. But my point is, what the young boy said to me, like, you old N-I-G-G, old ninja. And I'm just looking, and I'll be like, yo, bro, this how life work, in my opinion. I just want to know what you think. You either getting older or you dying young. So I'm not trying to die young. So yeah, you right. Yeah. I'm getting older, little nigga. You right,
You're going to wish you was able to get to this age if you stay on the right path. And that's what I tell them, too. Like, yeah, I'm an old ninja. I was a young one, too.
Yeah, yeah.
I was a young one, too. Hope you get to where I'm at because it's rough. And the way you going about it, it don't look like it. Yeah. I had to really sit down. Like I said, I had to change my ways. Like I said, because... Yeah, and like you said, we're not bringing the disrespect to to our seniors or our elders, because and that's what I was explaining to the youth. We had a relationship back then. Yeah. With the older to the younger, we had a relationship. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you give me the knowledge of experience, and I give you the energy of youth. So when we be together, that's what we trading off. Yeah. So it's they'll teach you certain things. You know how the old people, they talk to you. Yeah, the funny thing about old people too, when they really like you, they'll talk to you, but they won't look at you.
Yeah.
You ever had somebody?
Good
You ever
point,
the
yeah.
old dude? And they'll talk to you like, "Yeah, man, I'm telling you, boy, you keep going down there with
Yeah.
them boys, you're gonna, you know what I'm saying?" So, but that's why I like that. That's what I grew up on. Like, I respected the OGs
Yeah, of course. Yo,
because they there where I want to be.
where I wanted to go.
So they
yeah.
like, yo, what's up? Yo, you know, you gotta get your money. This is that and third. We wasn't cursing them out.
Yeah.
To this day, we don't even have that in it. I don't have that in
Yeah.
me. I don't have that in me, disrespect. And you could be going crazy on me. You older. I be eating it.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Because you know, like I said, you know what I work for, and it's like I gotta eat it. But them, no, you can't even look at like now.
Yeah.
They'll cuss you, man.
But luckily, for the most part, I'm usually in this because I got a lot of nephews. So my nephew seen me go to college. My nephew seen me try to do that student athlete thing growing up. And once I got out of college and I started life and all these different things, and my nephews got to that age, I used to always tell them, like, look, man, I can tell you more things what not to do than I can tell you what to do. Because I didn't have no perfect lineage through college, do all these different things. So I always made sure I opened that line of communication and say, look, I'm not trying to talk down at you like everything you're doing is wrong, but you only know what you know. And I always made sure as an uncle, I always instilled that in them. Like, yo, if I can stop you from making a mistake I made, if I can get you to graduate, if I can help you graduate from college in 3 years, like the 4.5 as opposed to the 4.5 it took me, I won.
Yeah,
I did the right thing. You know what I'm
win.
saying? So I've always took that approach but I had a lot of practice because my brother had kids young.
Yeah.
So I've been an uncle for a long time. So I've always made sure I kept it a buck as far as like, yo.
Yeah, that's why I talk. That's why in the school system, when I talk to the kids, I talk to them straight down the line.
Yeah.
I don't sugarcoat it. I don't do none of that. But I also give them, same thing like I tell them, I'm not talking down to you neither. But the thing is, I was there where you was at. And I had a few more dudes that was there where you was at too. But the difference is I took a different approach.
Yeah.
And I'm here. They took the approach that you want to keep going on, and they're in the ground. So that's the thing I be trying to get them away from that. And and once you get them there, they kind of understand it. They be like, oh, now you right though.
Because they want that. They need that.
Sometimes they want it. They don't know. They don't know. They looking on the internet. Like I said, my word, I got to battle the internet.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to them, I got to battle. My battle is not really it's the phone.
Yeah.
It's the battle with the phone. So I tell you one thing, right? I was just talking to somebody, and I'm like, yo, it was a girl, actually. And I'm telling them, I'm like, yeah, you could do this and make $40,000 a year, and you be all right, and this is that and third. And she like, 40,000? What's the name was just on? What's the name? She got 20,000 for the season of baddies or something. I'm like, oh man.
But they ain't gonna talk about the manager, the agency.
Yeah.
Taking 18 of that
18.
40. So she really only came over 22.
You know what I'm saying? So,
you know what I mean?
So it's like, so when you putting them numbers out there and they seeing when people getting like a drop, it's hard to really put that in them. So you really got to be on them because, like I said, they see somebody go on the show, women shaking their butt, getting this, that, and the third. It's hard. Like, it's real hard to make them.
To change that.
To change them. Or, you get what I'm saying? I'm fighting Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm fighting TikTok. That's my fight. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be hard, man.
Well, my nonprofit, what we do is we kind of empower them to tell their own stories. And I think that helps a lot because when we try to sample size in Africa, a lot of the kids, I thought they were going to want to do the cliche stuff, and they wanted to talk about their community.
Yeah.
And they want to talk about the things they want to see change and environmental issues. So I think a lot of times when you have that energy, like what you're bringing to them, and you put them and you consistently fight with what you're fighting against, I think eventually they see, like, you know what? I know better than this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, this ain't cool after a while. Like, yo, this is what it gets you.
That's what I respect about Charleston White is, you know, I know we gotta move on, but I think Charleston White, that character that he presents as far as openly saying I'll snitch on you, openly saying like I don't mind telling the cops it was his, not mine. I think kids see that and subconsciously either are just choosing not to be in that situation anymore or being okay with saying, nah, I don't want to. I know better than this. You did that, not me. I think he's he's breaking down the bad part of the culture of saying,
Wrong.
because a lot of these kids ain't even built for that, bro.
He giving you the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I always tell the kids, yo, y'all don't watch Scarface.
Yeah.
Y'all don't watch New Jack City.
Yeah.
What y'all do? Y'all cut it off before the end.
Yeah.
That's what Charleston White is giving you, the end of the movies. The end of the movie you trying to play in. The end of the movie you trying to play. You going to jail. You going to get murdered. This is that and the third. And he give it to him. What I like about him, like you said, he give you the ultimate negative of it. This is the end result. This is end game. And this is, I don't care how they told you. I'm going to cuss you out and I'm going to put you, and I'm going to give it to you raw. And that's just how it is. And that's what we need. Yeah. Because the thing is, they see they see the jewelry. They see everything you get from it. They don't see because you got to pay the piper.
Yeah.
And anything you do, you going to have to pay the piper. And that's the part they don't understand. You get what I'm saying? And that's why they always caught up. 3 life sentences.
Yeah.
But then I just saw the dude. 6 life sentences. He got 6 life sentences with 95 attached to it. Because he lost in a battle, killed it was crazy.
Yeah. A buddy of mine, he told me this interesting story. Man, he, resilient.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I like to talk about when I talk about people that get incarcerated and they turn their life around. 5, 10 years later, you see them doing so well. I always tell people, don't underestimate that resilience because a lot of people don't recover from that. So I always tell people, don't underestimate the resilience of someone that did a bid, came home, changed their life, got their own business, working with the youth. Don't underestimate that because everybody can't come back from that. And I say that to say one of my partners that went through that route is doing great right now in life. I'm talking about, like, I admire this guy. You're going to meet him eventually. I don't want to say his name. I don't want to spoil it. But one story he told me when he was doing this bid, he remember saying that it was this 19-year-old kid. And he was doing a gun charge bid. And one of his mans ended up shooting somebody in the beef. But he got caught with a hammer, too. So I think he was doing like 8 years in PA. And he said, everybody maintaining doing a bid. And he said at night you could always hear, like it's the reality ain't hitting you till you there.
Yo.
And I just always thank God that I had a mother that disciplined me. I had my first police officer was my mama. I didn't have a problem giving us an ass whooping.
Yeah.
So
cut you down.
you know what I'm saying? So I think that energy transferred into my everyday life as a kid, saying like, yo, nah, I'm not doing that. I got consequences. Because a lot of my partners growing up when I was a lad, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, a lot of them in my hood, their mother wasn't like my mother. So when I had to go upstairs, street lights and all that, they were still downstairs. And they used to make fun of that shit. And I was just saying, I say that to say a lot of these kids don't really realize the consequences until the sentence is there. None of them see the consequences of this shit yet. And I think I just want to know what you feel about that, but I just think that's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, because before, like, and, rose up, like, your father, and like you said, your mother cut you up, but before we even get to the consequences, I feared my father before I feared any gang.
Facts.
So it was like, all right, I can go ahead over here and join the game, because my pop's going to wear me out, and I'm not even trying to. So I feared my father before I feared the game. Because if they not fearing their parents, they going to do whatever they out, and then you in the gang, because this is the crazy part we just was talking about. You don't fear your parents. So you out in the street and you running willy-nilly. So now you run into the gangs. Every gang has a leader. That's the leader you fear. Yeah. And that's who you going to follow.
Yeah, that's real. I look at it, excellent point.
Because you're going to follow. So it's going to be like, your moms can't even get you to do homework. Yeah. But he can get you to go shoot up the crack spot.
Yeah. That's real. Because you never had that.
You never had that. My father, everything was, my father beating is worse than that. All right.
Facts.
You know what? All right, y'all go ahead. You know what I mean? Because I don't want that. Because my mom's was worse than my pops, hands down. I didn't want that. Yeah. That's why I was no gang. So when they asked me this, they was like, yo, your son, because my son, this is what he do. Yeah. That's all the background, so he does photography. And they was like, I'm proud of you because your son, he don't even, gangs or none of that. He don't even like to go outside. I said, yeah. Because he afraid of me more than them guys.
Them dudes,
he's scared of me more than them,
real talk. I love that. I love that.
So he not going out there. Yeah, he can look at the gang. He gonna look at me. He gonna man, F y'all. You know what I'm saying? So
not to cut you, but not just that. You probably exposed them to shit that made that shit look corny too.
Yeah,
it wasn't even. You know what I'm saying?
That
Like,
shit was whack.
Yeah. That's real.
I said, I said, yo, anything, yo. This is what I provided for you, so you ain't gotta. You know, you ain't gotta do this. And then I'd be like, yo, what they got for you outside?
Yeah.
Only thing you got is for you, maybe some crack, some jail time, and then you come home, do it again, and then 9 times out of 10, your leader gonna be younger than you.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes is 30, they leader, they head guy's 18.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I said, so it looks crazy.
Yeah,
It's the whole thing.
crazy,
So I made it so corny as way he'd be like, man, that's whack. Like, you get what I'm saying? So he
and
was
then
like,
for you to give it to him early, probably, and then see it in real time. He like, this what my pops was talking about. Oh nah, y'all corny.
And then we drive by. So you know, when I take him in the car young, and I point to a dude on the corner. I say, you see him? That's Money Will right there. It's like, Money Will? I see, that's where he was back in the days in the game.
Yeah.
He Bummy Will.
Yeah. Nah, real talk.
For real, he's Bummy Will.
I hear you.
You get what I'm saying? Because he was running around the wrong people. My job is to keep you on the right path. For you to be successful. Just like my daughter, forensic science, she's doing all that.
That's
my
fire.
son for photography. Like, I wasn't playing with them. Because I seen the blueprint that my father gave me.
Yeah.
I'm not playing with you.
Yeah. My mother, see, growing up with my mama was like, you know, I always say I grew up in a single mother household, but not necessarily because my father was in my life. Yeah. If that makes sense. So,
no, it does. No, so it wasn't really, I mean, the household may have been, but you had your parents.
I had my pops,
You get what I'm saying? So it's the living situation.
And my pops was more of the, like, Rakim in the ghetto was my favorite line. This is one of the first rhymes I ever memorized as a kid. It's like, he's like, I thought the ghetto was the worst that could happen to me. I'm glad I listened when my father was rapping to me. Yeah. Like, my father was the type to take you for a walk.
Yeah.
Show you.
Yeah.
Like sovereignty, how to have your own business. And my father would reason like that. My father showed me the power of, he made having an education cool. And that's you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how my pops was.
It's the same way. I do the same thing. This is what, you see been there a long time. He owned this. He got that. Look at him.
Like,
just sitting around
you know what
smoking.
My pops used to do? My pops used to have an exports business. And my mother used to just give us allowance. Yeah. My pop's allowance was like, yo, you gonna bag this up, this herbal medicine wasn't even as a phenomenon yet. And my pops used to just bag this up. We used to go to all these West Indian herbal shops in Brooklyn, pass it out. 2 weeks later, he come pick up the bread. Labor Day, we outside on the Parkway, making all the money. So as a kid, that was just like the coolest thing to me.
Yeah, he was building character.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And my pops, like, to walk with your dad as a 7, 8-year-old and see him go to 8 corner stores and pick up bread, and the owner saying, get what you want, yo. Yeah. To me, that was just like,
that was it.
That was it. I was like, oh, nah, fuck all that hustlers. But my brothers and them, like, we were so highly influenced by the drug game as a kid. Unfortunately, my cousins, but the older ones, they got caught up in that too, because it was just, they used to embrace the young. Like, that's what the drug dealers did back then. It wasn't always about putting you onto the game. It was like, yo, when the ice cream truck come out, let all the kids get their ice cream. That's what I liked about that aspect of the hood. But my pops already was doing that. Yeah. We was already going Nordstrom, you know, the Caribbean neighborhood, picking up mad bread.
St. Mark, Sterling.
Yeah, all that. So all them. So my pop, they used to call my pops Bushmont. So for me as an 8, 9-year-old, that was the dopest thing to me, bro. I was like, Dad, this is kid ass, boy. Yeah. So I saw like the sovereign approach, and my aunt used to have a flea market, come to New York, hustle, go back to Maryland and sell. So I've always saw my mother at the professional side having a job, corporate job, but my dad was always the sovereign guy. My dad used to bring us gluten-free stuff, and my dad was on that heavy. We used to laugh at him like, ew, this bum-ass food. We ain't even know, like, my pot, I'm dumb to be here. We didn't even know that was it, though. Yeah. We used to look at that shit, like, my pop used to bring, like, wheat bread, gluten-free wheat bread, all these healthy food, all them health foods that was back in the day in the Caribbean. Back in the day, health stuff was only in the Caribbean community. Yeah. And my father used to bring that. We used to
My
look at
sister
him
was
like,
very
yeah,
conscious too. She was
we
very,
want
yeah,
Wonder
I kinda grew
Bread.
up like that because we was like vegetarians and stuff. So my sister was on the health, you know. So
But you see my point? We looked at the shit that was bad for us like it was the coolest shit in the world. He was putting us on this early. So as an adult reflecting back then, I'm like, damn, he was on some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, my people, my hero was always like my pops, and the landlord in my building was a Panamanian dude. And my mother was like the only person in the building that didn't play that shit about my mother and my cousin that used to live down. Like, nah, you not finna be out here all night. Like, you ain't got no, like, you don't belong to somebody.
Yeah, for real.
You want to come your ass in this
My mom's was...
It was a period where we wasn't going outside unless my cousin that lived downstairs from us was outside. Period. No non-negotiable, bro. That's why my mother used to just send us to Guyana.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. Like, your whole family in Guyana. I'm not taking no chances with you in this neighborhood. Man, it was a point in time in Brooklyn, 10 o'clock. Mong, 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 mong. Niggas just shooting. You don't know who's dead. Yeah, you know how that shit go, man. So I don't mean to ramble, but for me, I think that's what's missing is, like, the parent guides. And now, you know, you got kids having kids now. And, you know, it's different.
That's why I have a lot of relationships with the kids, because they're missing that.
Yeah.
So that's why when you see with all the kids and they loving it and they're missing that. Come on, we'll take y'all over here. I'm gonna show y'all something.
Yeah.
Go to the taco shop, explain certain things. Yeah, this is Miss Hayes, Father Dom. She been here for over 50 years. Yeah. Like, you know, she had her own business.
That sense of community too.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, go over here, such and such. This is Cheng. They've been here. We got Mamook. He been here. He owned half the block now. When we started, he didn't have really. He just had the corner store. But now he got the block. So we show him like the road to success, and you know, you ain't always got to do this and wild out, and you know, we giving you long term. Yeah. Cause the things you may like is short term, and you gonna have to pay a price for that. Yeah. So that's what we be trying to teach them. And like I said, the mentorship, but they need that. When you grab them like this, they need that because
and they want it too.
Everybody getting slid a phone.
Yeah.
The iPad. The kids know how to. The little babies know how to.
Yeah.
Early. People ain't got no. People don't got no time for them. That's the babysitter. Yeah. So throw them in the corner, slide. But like you said, when you take them, throw them under the wing. You show them some things like your pops did. Yeah. We thought this was the coolest stuff in the world. Yeah. You know. So like I said, when I was growing up, like gymnastics and everything, and kickboxing, and we having fun. And I'm the only kid in the neighborhood trampoline in the house. Yeah. We flying through the house. You get what I'm saying? We flying through. They like, yo, what you on? You know, so like I said, that's when I brought that over there. But I try to give them something different. So.
When I was growing up, right, like my mother gave us most of the things that we needed: food, make sure we had the clothes and all that. Every now and then we'll get the latest toy and all that, but that wasn't her priority. Her priority is making sure we had clean clothes, was prepared to go to an education and all those things like that. I say that to say, like, how important is fatherhood, because my dad was more like, I remember, like, I didn't have, like, the curfew that my friends had. I didn't get the toys as fast as they did. I didn't get to eat the Chinese food. I had to eat house food. Because, you know, all that shit was cool to us. Yeah. Eating at the corner store, all that shit was the coolest thing when you was a kid. But one thing I always remember when my pops used to come pick us up, I could just remember how cats used to just look at me like, damn, that's your father? Like, it wasn't the norm to have, like, your pops. Yeah. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. It wasn't the norm. I hate to sound like that. It wasn't the norm to have your pops.
So you got your pops, it is like...
Oh, that's his pops?
Yeah, because when I came, like I said, when I came to start, and my pops came to junior high school, they like, pops, where your moms?
Jay, that's your father?
You like, that's your father. Yeah, that's his father. Yeah. They knew it was my father because I'm in the back. You know, your parents come in, y'all been there acting like 1, 2, 3.
Well, recipes, Bernie Mac said. Yeah. Who that? That's your motherfucking daddy. Yeah.
That's
facts.
me. I'm in the back doing, okay, 1, 2, acting like I've been doing work all day. All right, carry the 1, and then all right, get you.
Yeah, for me, I used to be scared. I was the youngest of 4, bro, so I was always.
I was the youngest too.
I ain't rock with the ass whoopers like that. So my mama ain't really had to. I used to be like, yo, after school center, daycare. Once I saw my brothers and was beer, I used to be like, look, man, Ma, I want to go to daycare and I want to go to after school. I don't want no smoke. I'm good in here, bro. That's how I was.
I was type hard-headed, man.
Yeah,
I was a little hard. I learned, but I had to touch the fire.
Yeah.
I had to touch the fire. My mom used to cut me up, boy.
After a couple beatings, bro, I was just like, look, okay, my moms ain't playing. That's when I knew I was different, bro. Like, I remember this game used to be called Elevator Action.
Yo, that's my show with the guy with the yellow hair.
You know, it was just literally this game that niggas used to play in the projects called Elevator Action, where you would jump off to the elevator.
Yeah, but they got it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, this one I knew. This one I knew I was different from young.
That's an old Coleco game.
Yeah.
Elevator. They were
I used to
that
be
when
like,
you jump on the elevator.
okay,
It's
yeah, that's
elevator
what I
action.
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's an elevator action.
I used to be like this, yo. Like what you said, like I used to be like, okay, but you said your pops is like, my pops go hit me. Like I used to look at it like, yo, my mother. Wait, what? I'm like, nah, I'm good,
cool.
bro. I'm
I ain't
going
mess with
home.
that.
You're bugging. But nah, I'm sorry for keeping us on that. But you said you wanted to do the wrap up of the 2024. I know you had we went kind of that was needed. But you said something about the gentleman, and rest in peace to the young lady on the train.
Yeah, the young lady, rest in peace to her, whoever she was, because now they don't know really if it's that lady because they couldn't get no fingerprints, no anything. So the lady just burned up real bad. So if that is her, rest in peace, or whoever it is, rest in peace. But that was a crazy situation.
Has it been confirmed that was this? I hate to say it, sound like this, but that doesn't seem like the average New Yorker crime. Was that a migrant?
Yeah, that was definitely a migrant.
That was confirmed.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was definitely not. Where was he from? He wasn't from Venezuela. He's from like somewhere Guatemala. Yeah, that's where he's from. Like he was, and yeah, he's definitely a migrant. He got here, and he said he was high on before he did it. He didn't say it. Before he did it, he did a Facebook little video, and he was high on K2 and beer, and he said he could drink his beer, and he likes to do what he want to do. And then while this lady was supposed to have been sleeping, but the still shots on the train, you could see that, like they got the camera view of the video of her burning. But before that, you know, the trains now got the camera thing, so you're taking pictures. So you saw her on fire. He's looking in the thing. So it's like she was sleeping. She was sleeping, I guess, whatever. If it's the lady, she went to nursing school. She was going to nursing school and she was tired. I seen people sleep on the train.
Yeah.
I seen people sleep on the train.
That's sick.
You should be able to sleep on the train.
Yeah.
You should be able to take a nap if you're tired of those. Nobody shouldn't be setting you on fire. We're not giving no, you know.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, that doesn't seem like that.
Yeah, because everybody like, oh, she's sleeping on it. You can't say that.
Yeah.
Because anybody, I could be sitting there and just the heat hit me from the cold and, you know, and you could shoot out. So you can't really.
This is a hustling town, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's a social norm to doze off, especially if you're on a J train or something like that.
You're on that A and that train, that A running express, and you know, you go from Hoyt to Nostrand.
What?
So,
man, listen.
But the thing is, like, you should be able to doze off. Nobody shouldn't be setting nobody on fire.
Yeah.
That's number
was
one.
unfortunate,
And that was the craziest crime.
Where do we go from here, man? Because, this master post, like, this migrant situation, I saw this coming.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep it real with you. I saw this coming.
What you mean, them leaving or them coming?
I saw how problematic it was going to be.
No, of course. But that's the whole. When we was having conversations with people, that's what we were saying.
Yeah.
But everybody deserves a right to start a new life. It's cool. You're right. Everybody deserves to start it and have something. But for the most part, that you pushing everybody, we don't know what everybody over there is running from.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of dudes that did heinous crimes, rapes, and they coming over here and they're escaping from over here. Like I said, now we got the gangs over here, Hydra of of Venezuela.
You were showing me that, there was like, that's
because the dude was explaining to us in the thing, and he had a bird like a phoenix or something, and he was like, "This is Hydra, a mega gambana, something like that." So he was like, "They just trying to connect with their people." So once they here, now they're connecting to make the gangs now, because they're trying to link up.
This what goes back again to these local officials. I always got this saying that they will sell you out for a new job and a crowded press conference.
Yeah, easy.
I don't. This is why I try not to vote for people based on gender and race, because Queens is full of African American politicians, elected officials. We have an African American mayor, and he was co-signing this nonsense.
He pushed it.
And now he's just going to jump on the other side. I'm not jacking that, bro.
and
Like,
try to push
I
it
don't
on,
be
and
understanding
try to push it
these-
on us. Yeah, you can say whatever you want, madam. Adams. But they got to live with us. You
Yeah.
putting them with us. We
Yeah.
telling you no. You telling us yes.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want that, put them in. Was it Gracie Mansion backyard or some rooms up
Yeah.
in there? You telling us what do this, that. Put them in your apartment. We gonna do this. Oh, this is not my. Because like I said, when the kids is because he went to see the kids.
Yeah.
And the kids, they wasn't.
They wasn't feeling them at all.
I was surprised the kids was on it like that. They were on his heels.
You know, a lot of these kids were in shelters already.
He told him. He said. The kid said, he said, you brought the migrants here. What are you doing to stop it? What are you doing? He going to ask the kid. He going to say, he was like 15. What are you doing to help your city? He said, I'm in school. You the mayor.
Yeah, you the mayor. Like, I just started this high school
thing. I just
thing.
started the high school thing. What are you? So it's like, yo, it's with him, in that migrant situation, that was a wrong move.
Yeah, it was a terrible
That was a
move.
wrong move because we got crime everywhere with them now.
Yeah.
Now the crime is so up now. They was at Gateway Mall. So what they do now, and be aware, ladies, because they target y'all too. They target y'all a lot, the most. But what they do is they ride double scooter. So it's two people on the scooter. So one either sometime be turned the opposite way, sometime ride. They'll jump off, snatch your purse, jump on the scooter.
Wow.
So they was in Gateway Mall snatching because they were shopping. So they'll jump off the scooter, snatch the lady purse, jump on. The guy with the Charger hit one, flipped on the floor. They got the lady purse back, but they tried to get him for hitting him with the scooter with the thing, and he was like, yo, I'm defending him. Yeah, it was a whole big thing.
Wow.
So everybody like, yo, they was robbing people. Like, we've been trying to catch him. So, like I said, them putting them in there, it wasn't no good at all.
Nothing could come from that. And I think, well, again, human resources and all that. I'm going to tell you an interesting fact. You remember when they came up with the debit cards, right? That was advice from the Legal Aid Society. Because as soon as they would have officially gave them a benefit card, that's a discrimination lawsuit right there. Because you gave them housing outside of what the protocol is, according to human resources, to get help from human. So you broke every protocol that you told the average underprivileged New Yorker that they had to do in order to get housing, and you made it easier for these people. So that's all. That's by the book definition. Webster definition. Example of discrimination. That's why he came up with the debit card. And I remember he made this comment like, yo, why are y'all complaining? This is not for like Coke 45. And he was like, he threw a shot at the hood. And I caught that. I was like, yo, what kind of nigga would, like, but then I realized you police first, bro. I'm like, yo, what kind of niggas? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at you like, yo, what kind of dude are you, bro?
Yeah,
I'm not feeling it. Yeah,
he definitely threw a shot.
He threw a shot. I remember he said that. I'm like, yo, who is this guy, man?
Like, I knew, yo, not even being funny, I knew he was, I knew something was wrong with him.
What?
Your man was the bling bling pastor.
Who you said?
Bishop Whitehead.
Oh, yeah.
That was your, so.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. I see, yeah, for sure.
That's your man, y'all like this scheming and scam. I knew something was wrong with you when you was with Whitehead, man.
And when he was promoting all of these people at the NYPD, talking about next person up, I knew, like, I remember when he appointed this lady to a position in the NYPD, and less than 60 days later, she resigned. Because I know she wasn't going to be respected because she didn't earn it.
Yeah.
I saw that shit. I said, she resigned for a reason. And the other brother, I know. And then the lady that just got caught with bribing, like stealing all of the overtime and all that. That's what they do. That's the point I'm making. Like, if you don't have a code of ethics when you have these positions, it's too much power, bro.
It's too much.
And you're not going to do what you're supposed to do. Just like the brother. I hate to sound like this, but I know they was doing dirt. I know they was having free. I know they was.
Yeah, because you know what it was. Yo, you know what it is with him? Like, that's the committee.
Yeah, the
top lieutenant.
Yeah, the top lieutenant. Yeah.
Well, the top lieutenant. I forgot his name. I just posted him. I was.
He don't deserve no credit. Don't say his name.
Yeah,
New York know. New York, we know who he is.
We ain't gonna say it. We ain't gonna put you on what's saying. But yo, that too was a freak. She just got caught.
Yeah.
He wasn't making her because I was like, yo, who? You go in the office and ask for overtime, and so I give you some head.
He was smashing that.
So he's like, no, they was in there freaking off, and he was just letting them rock.
Yeah.
But when she got caught, see, the other lady knew to back off.
Yeah.
The other was up. Now I'm chilling. Her, she 400,000.
Yeah. Come on, bro.
1 year?
1 year, bro. That's just greed, bro.
That's crazy.
That don't even look right, bro.
You
That's just
know
straight up greed, bro.
You know.
Like, come on, bro. I seen this fact. I think her. Correct me if I'm. Don't quote me on this. I think her salary was some two and some change.
And then with the overtime it was
400. I was like, come on, yo.
You know they was riding
like,
down on
man,
you. The other, what everybody else that was doing it, freeing up and doing whatever, getting right, they said, you know, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna chill. She just kept going. Then when she get caught, now it's a scandal. It's only a scandal when you get caught.
You get caught.
It's a scandal when you get caught because it's like now you got to blame somebody. Nah, he made me. Nah, he didn't make you.
But the scariest part is, I think Eric Adams is carrying on like that because he knows as African Americans in New York, our only option is Curtis Silver. And I don't know if I'm sold on Curtis. I think he has some good ideas, but I don't know if I'm sold on Curtis Silver just because I know his mentality when it comes to how he uses the Asian community. And a lot of these, I had an altercation with one of his Hells Angels people, representatives in Flushing, and we going back and forth. He ended up calling me an N-word. And guess
Curtis?
what? No, hell no, not him. One of his peoples is
okay.
an Asian guy. But I said, you thought you was going to get a reaction out of me, bro? I said, watch this. I was like, you don't know who I am for real, huh? I know Curtis Silver's twice a month. He has rallies in front of the library right here on Main Street. I went up to him, I was like, Curtis Silver, Queens Television, Oswald Williams. I just want to talk to you about this gentleman right here. Call me an N-word. I made him address me, bro. Ask me if you see the homie there anymore. He just started coming back. I said, yo, that's why I told him. I said, yo, I'm going to be honest with you. I think you got some good ideas. I think you barely lost last election. But guys like this, it's going to hurt you more than they're going to help you. You might as well have a conversation with the black community, bro, because they going to hurt you.
Yeah.
He was looking at me like this. He gave me his car. I was like, yo, you know what? You got me on the spot right now, but I could tell he was respecting it. Like, damn, he got me.
Curtis
boy.
Lewa definitely won.
Sliwa. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
Curtis Lewa, that's what gave us the because he was in Staten Island going. Eric Adams get him arrested every time. Every time he's out, Eric Adams, you got to stop that. He come with, cause they come with the drones.
Yeah.
They come with the drones, see him. As soon as he finished the rally, that's just how you go. Come on. They put him in there, people go with him. Because that's what he gave the mayor the name, Swagger Man with no plan.
Yeah. I respect his consistency, but I just worry about the crowd he bring.
Yeah.
Because, all I did was tell the gentleman, I was just like, yo, because this is my issue with the whole Asian hate thing that Biden pushed. I'm like, yo, bro, I said, y'all break every law in New York City and Flushing. Why you spreading a false narrative like that? That happened in the West Coast. That don't happen in New York like that.
Y'all get most of the food.
Yo, you know how
everything over here.
Yo, my dude, you know how offended he got though. And I'm like, yo, you talking to me? He's like, you're not from Queens Television. And I was like, yo, Google me, bro. That's what I tell people now. Like, I went to a point where when I first got here, I used to be seeking for a bigger network like BET and all that. And when I started realizing, I was like, yo, bro, they're not going to let me talk. They're not going to let me do media for real. So I was just like, yo, you know what? I'm learning to appreciate this form of media because it can be as good as I want it to be. You understand what I'm saying? So that's because I don't know if you remember WLIB back in the day, radio, and they had Bobby Connor's and all of them. That's why our heart bought that shit because we were too united. When we had all these black radio personalities talking that talk about what's really going on. They was like, oh, nah. Our heart was like, nah. I can't have y'all united.
Really real. They don't want the real. They want the, watered down, whatever the case may be. But when you get to the real, to the grit, that's too much for people. But it's real life. This is what people go through. But it's real,
You got to have these conversations because it's so many false narratives now where we can't have a real conversation about racism anymore because they're using it to do a bunch of dumb shit, like you're using the racism conversation to take down statues, as opposed to really having conversations in real time about what's happening and how we're being discriminated in the business sector, how much contracts being given out, business contracts, doing business with the government. You'll rather put that. This is what I did like about the Biden administration. You would rather have this conversation about critical race theory in a classroom and all this nonsense when it's real discrimination going on with these businesses that's trying to get government contracts, so on and so forth. So I just feel like, I don't know. I just think there's Black America, and then there's celebrities, and celebrities love to try to speak for us, and it doesn't always align.
The
you know
wrong
what I mean?
ones, the ones that they don't get no upstanding citizens. They don't get the lawyers. They don't get they get Cardi.
Yeah.
Like you get the twerk. She don't even know how to talk. Y'all, I gotta
read it through her phone.
Twerking.
And I love Cardi, but I'm like, come on, Cardi. Like, don't. But once you see the bill,
you gotta come on. You gotta look at it like that. You rap, and we respect you for that, and you came up with whatever. But when it comes to politics, where we going with you? Where we go? What are we really listening to? Yeah, I just farted.
Yeah.
Like we really, you don't even know.
We really going here right now. But just to show you, they'd rather use a celebrity to avoid that town hall meeting.
Yeah.
To avoid that. Like, I want just a Slim Thug. Did you hear the comment he made the other day?
He was in the Jeep talking about we can't blame racism from back then. Yeah.
That's the point I'm making. Like, someone of celebrity status shouldn't be that irresponsible. I just think that's irresponsible ninja shit right there. Like, like you trying to sell an album? Like, where you going with this, bro? But then again, Texas is such a different dynamic from New York or Chicago. I get it, but don't be an irresponsible ninja talking like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's too much of a blanket over our community where it's like, dog, you don't even know what's going on, right? For real.
You got the big mansion in the mountains.
Yeah,
you ain't seeing what we seeing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, so he could say that, I got money. And she ain't got money.
Yeah.
And he ain't got money. He got to deal with that. You go in the mountains, close the door, gated community, nobody can get in.
Yeah.
We don't. That's the same thing when Lil Wayne said the same thing. I never saw racism.
Yeah.
I just know green.
Yeah, you've been a celebrity since you was 10 years old.
New Orleans. So you ain't never seen no racism in New Orleans.
Shit crazy. And rest in peace to the young lady that got, burnt up. It was in North Carolina.
I think it's North Carolina.
Yeah. What is
the copycat? We knew we was gonna get a couple of copycats, but we ain't gonna think it was gonna go down to the South or whatever. But yeah, rest in peace to her too, to her family.
That's why I don't really I only visit the South. Like, I went to school to South Carolina, and like, I just didn't. I was gonna move to Georgia, but once they did the whole open carry thing, I'm like, yo, I'm not jacking all these. I'm not jacking. I don't want to be around all that shit, bro.
That open carry is crazy because I done seen some. First time I think I was I in the Midwest?
And I believe in people having gun rights, but
they be having a Taurus on their truck. You see the Taurus? That's crazy.
I'm not really.
That's crazy.
I get it. But for our community, I'm not sure we can handle that, bro.
I think. Okay, I might have a different look on that. I think if we do have an open carry, this is just my opinion. I think if we do have an open carry, because I've been to plenty of states where I have open carry, and like she got it on his joint, she got one, but nobody's even hostile. I think if we knew that everybody has something and everybody could potentially harm us, we wouldn't act the way we act. Because in New York, we're not supposed to have it. So if I think I got it, I think I'm the only one with it. So I'm thinking, so that's where the aggression comes in at me looking and, you get what I'm saying? Because I think you don't got it because it's illegal. So like I said, like if everybody got it, because I was in the mall and my pops had his joint too. When I'm like, what? He's like, ain't nobody thinking about it. Anybody doing it? Anybody? Because if they all got one, ain't nobody thinking about getting in it. So I was like, that did kind of make sense.
Yeah, but not New York, bro.
In
the projects, bro. I got too much friends for the projects, man. That shit is really problematic.
He said, yo, you said that so passionately.
Yeah. Nah, because I got, you know how this shit go, man. I got too much, I done got too much love in the projects, and I'm thankful for that, but that shit could go left, bro.
Yo, people, viewers, did y'all see his face, though, when I said it? He said it with so much passion. He said,
because I went to Georgia. Last time I was in Georgia, my young boy, he had the 9 right here, the camouflage 9. Then he had another one in his car. I'm like, yo, bro, you drive Uber, bro. like, what's up, man? But he was like, nah. But I ain't gonna front. When we was walking in the mall and we was going out, he was holding me down. But I was like, yo, I don't really live no life. But I know how it is when people see you look like a new face.
Yeah.
They might follow you, don't even know you.
Yeah,
so I get that. I get that. But it's just like, I didn't even want to go to it was a bar right by the hotel we were staying in. I didn't even want to go in there, bro.
Because it makes you uneasy.
Yeah, I was
everybody
just like, nah, I'm not jacking
because too, like I said, we from New York, so we grew up in the
Yeah, that's exactly.
We not going up in. Come on, son. I'm not. You got your joint. You got two. He got one. I'm not going up in there and everybody because I'm like that anywhere. If I feel it's in the wrong spot, I'm not going up in there. Like
I can't jack that, bro. Like I just wanna the other day. Like I'm into karaoke now.
Yeah.
Word. Like
I'm
being honest. Yo, bro, I go in. Karaoke is like the funnest thing in the world to be.
Nah,
bro.
it is, and I do it because my thing I do James Brown.
Yeah.
So when I do the hit the get back,
yeah.
So I just play around. So I know where you're getting at.
Yeah, I used to
but
OD.
I gotta. If you, I gotta go.
Yo, one time. Yo, I'm gonna tell you an ill story.
I'm going.
One time, this was the summer before the pandemic. It was this karaoke KTV. Mm-hmm. They have like these suites, but then they'll have some bars that'll just have karaoke. Yeah. Yo, my dude, we drinking, we get chilling. Yo, dog, I end up singing Forever with Chris Brown with this Asian chick. We ain't even know each other from Canada Bay. We rocking, bro. I was just like, yeah, I could rock. Yeah. But my point is, it's like, I don't always want to, I'm at an age now where I don't even want to think about some dumb shit when I'm drinking and trying to go outside, have a smoke. I don't even want to think about no dumb shit like, I might bag the wrong chick and this nigga might bump into me and feel away. Yeah. Or this nigga might be buying shorty drinks all night. And then you might just have an energy that she like, or more of a square, and whatever it is. Now, nigga plotting you. Yeah. You can't, you don't even feel comfortable leaving the club, going home, he following you. Sometimes I don't even want that energy around me, bro.
It's funny you said, because that happened to me. I was in PA.
Yeah.
And that happened to me.
But
Cuban, and he bought the drink. He jumped in front of us outside. Yeah. He's like, nah. I bought her drink. She come with me. She was like, I ain't come with you. He said, give me my money.
Word. Because sometimes it might be like, yo, like, he's more my style, bro.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Appreciate the drinks, but
like I said, I just was there.
And she may want both of y'all, but just not your night tonight, buddy.
That's it. It's not your turn.
Sometimes I just don't be wanting. I'm at an age of my life where I don't even want certain energy around me,
because we got here already, son. Yeah. We don't want the problems. We want to go finish our work, go have a good time, and make it home. Yeah. That's it. That's all. That's the blueprint.
If you chilling one day, because they might be our sponsors, they might be a sponsor for you one day. But if you just want to do like let's say a double day or just a group chill, just a session, I'm telling you, go get one of them suites one day. And do the karaoke thing and see how much fun you have and see how fast the time flies. You're gonna be like, oh shit, it's 2:30 already.
We make karaoke so comedic. It's fun. That's what my homegirls always trying to get me to do it. Yeah. You gotta do this. Do this one.
It's fun. That shit is fun.
I get what you say. I get what you say. I just want to see you.
Oh yeah, I be getting it in. Yo, bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you. And I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I don't just always go R&B. Yeah. I'll throw a country song in there. I'll throw I love that shit. I don't know. I just love that shit.
Because I'm good with the freestyle, so I make up my own words.
Oh, you want to know?
Yeah, I'm one of them. So I go. So as soon as I get the rhythm, I be like, can't put that on. So I make up my own words. Like, what song we did? We did.
That's funny. He said that.
It's a song, right? I don't know. Most of y'all know it, and it goes. So they was like, it's like a Jamaican song. So I got the mic and I'm drunk, right? So I'm like, yeah. So they like do things. So I'm like, I said, I need a girl, give me some head and some gina. So
The crowd was going. I could imagine that
Yo,
one. Yo,
everybody went crazy. Yo, they was like, yo. So I think I made some head and something.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so I know where he get with that.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you, karaoke is fun. You got to try it. But people, I want to see this man. You said Chris Brown? Forever?
Yo, I did Forever. I'm gonna tell you my top 5 go through now. Yo, cause I really do this. I do.
You got a top 5.
Chris Brown, Forever. Depending on how diverse it is, I'll do a Zach Brown band. Like I used to go on Fridays, so he got this song. I got my toes in the water, ass in the sand, on the river. Life is good today, basically.
Yeah.
Kenny Chesney. Another go-to I do is what's the boy name from Cali?
Kendrick Lamar?
Nah, the dark-skinned dude that Issa Rae signed. I forget his name, but nothing feels better than this.
Oh yeah, no, that's
I forget his name, but I do that joint. I love I ain't gonna lie, I
his
love
songs
karaoke,
is hard, but
bro.
I
love karaoke, bro. That's why I say in 2025, what I would tell people to do is like dance like nobody ain't watching, bro.
Yeah.
And, like have fun,
Yo,
cause life
just
ain't guaranteed.
let's
bro.
get back to having fun.
Yeah,
right?
yo.
And this is what we don't want to see. We don't want to see in the club. We don't want to see y'all in there with the phones in y'all hands, with the light in y'all face.
Yeah.
This is the first time I could ever go into a spot and see what everybody look like because your phone is in your hand. Put down the phones and have some fun, man. Like you said, dance and karaoke.
Like when I go out, I'm gonna keep, if I'm not working, because I do a lot of like, open showcases and film. So when I do go out, it's usually karaoke.
Yeah.
Or I know some partners that do the private. You know what I mean? And it'd be real exclusive. I feel safe. I can spend some bread, go home, and be cool. But I'm at a point now where I just want to have fun and be comfortable, bro. Because I have no problem being in the crib and bring the vibe to me or vibing by myself. So if I do go out, I don't want to be outside my element. I don't want to feel like.
That's it, just a little peace.
You know what I'm saying? Just fun and peace, man.
Just
Like
trying
I
to have some
seen
fun
some
and make it-
pictures, some you showed me the other day, some pictures you showed me. Like that's the type of chilling I like to do. You remember how you had that little group with you, and I think it was a celebrity with you.
Yeah, it was.
But y'all was so low key.
Yeah, we did that.
And
yeah,
y'all own like I'm into shit like that.
Yeah,
like
so-
I don't really like I don't like the dumb shit,
Yeah,
bro. I'm just not into that shit.
We older now.
Yeah.
We done did all of the hoop and holler. Now we just want to just chill, like, and just like you said, just take it home and just have some fun, man. That's it, man.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, man. So I'm looking forward to your show,
definitely,
man.
man.
This is a nice conversation. I know we got a little long-winded with the first conversation,
the
but I
first
felt
thing,
like that had to get out there because
We had to get off the chest.
we got
Get it out.
yeah.
Something we had to
But
get out.
I appreciate you for having me.
Definitely.
What's your New Year's before we go? What's your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution: just try to make a better me, and just try to be better.
The
That's
whole
it.
totality.
Just the whole. Just try to be better, a better person. Try to, just like not reinvent myself, but be the best version of myself I can. I try that every year. I'm not gonna put no crazy resolution. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna try to be better. It works because like I said, I tack on a little by little. So and then I build from there.
My New Year's resolution is to just everything I do, I want it to be with purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if I want to build on my dreams, I want to have extension to my dreams, and I'm gonna like to say, I want to do more karaoke, and I want to dance like nobody ain't watching, bro. Because you'll be surprised how much people can't like just have fun and dance, or like just dance.
Yeah.
Like these insecurities and these defense mechanisms that I see people
Yeah,
have now.
everybody.
Yeah. So
Everybody holding up. Come on, son, let loose, breathe. I had to tell my cousin that because my cousin used to work.
Yeah.
Come on, son, just breathe, son. Do a two-step.
Yeah.
And then once he's comfortable, it's a whole different person.
Yeah.
So that's what it be. For most of us, it's just comfortability and just knowing we can leave here, have fun, and go home after. We don't want to worry about how we gonna get to the car because it looks crazy outside. This one looking or this one, like that's what we trying to do, man. We trying to normalize fun again, man.
And sometimes diversity is healthy for you, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I like the other day. This was 2 summers ago. A band, Zach Brown band, was at Met Stadium, and the boardwalk. Sometimes you don't at Met Stadium the way it's set up. The boardwalk be packed, and you could see the concert. You can kind of hear the concert still.
Yeah.
So I got embraced by so many different white folks and Asian folks and mixed people from Tennessee, Georgia, because they were just shocked to see, oh shit, he likes that around town too. Hey man, you want a beer, man? Oh, you got weed? Oh, they got weed too. We switch you, and then you be like, damn, yo.
They saw, you know,
We would have never been chilling in no other environment. That's why I like,
because
man.
you know why? Because it's look. So when you in those type of environments, because I've been there before. It's like when you doing certain things, or you just ask something, and they see, it's like it's breaking the stereotype sometime of what people might think that a guy like me look like would listen to, or act like. So when they see you singing that, they're like, wait a minute.
Music is really this universal
that
thing.
just blows their mind. It's like we see a Chinese guy just rapping Biggie. We like, hold up. You do. And so, you know, that's what kind of, like I said, and music, you know, it's a universal language too, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Georgia
like
taught me that first, though. I remember the first time I ever tailgated at a Falcons game. And it just seemed like everybody was one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They was tailgating. People was offering food. This person had beer. This person had weed. This person had this. People just vibing and just chilling and talking. That just appreciating that one thing they had in common. So I like diversity.
Yeah,
so,
me too.
You know what I mean?
Diversity is very fun, and it's very, you know, like you can get a lot of things out of it. You know, you'll learn about them and certain things they'll learn about you. So. Like when y'all get to, you know, meet, but like I said, the overall is like it's fun though. It's the same thing. We here for one common cause, to listen to this music, have some fun, eat, enjoy ourselves, and that's it.
And you might get a bunny that you like, boy. Yeah. All right, my bad. I went too far. My bad.
It's the karaoke. Think about the karaoke night show.
It's fun, man. It's fun. It's fun. I'm telling you. I always been different, though. I always been unapologetically different, so I'm cool.
See me, you asked me, I try some. Like I said, I tried.
I could tell by your personality that you could just blend in any crowd.
I just tried. You know, it's like, yo, like, we always having fun. Like, when I was in Tilly's, that's how I knew about, I told you about the they was feeling the music.
Yeah.
So, because I was in there, I just start vibing, and everybody, you know. Because once I kind of break it, because if I stand there and I'm like this, and you look at me, you be like, nah, this dude probably a killer.
Yeah.
But once I start, it takes one person to have like once I'm talking to somebody and I'm bugging out, and that's when everybody kind of see.
Yeah.
Yo, nah, he kind of cool. He was cool. You know, and that's how, you know, so that's how we had fun in Tilly. So.
And it's so funny when I'm at the casino, like I was telling you, the Four Tops and the Temptations performed at the casino I go to yesterday, and I never seen so many people in their golden years just so relaxed and so chilling and so just like carefree. And I was like, damn, when I retire, I gotta live like that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I, for some reason, in those environments, I got an energy where people want to just approach me and be like, hey, what's up, bud?
Yeah.
Smoke a cigarette, you know, the cigarette air, you be like, oh,
you want the type of time they want.
Yeah.
So they want the same energy, just want the same energy circulating.
But it's this narrative out there. Now, don't get me wrong. There'll be some days I go out there and it's all correction officer vibes. You be like, I'll be like, all right, I'm staying away from you.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it be people that's genuinely. So I've always learned to take people for people.
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
You might meet the coolest white boy in the world. Then you might meet the most racist white boy in the world. Then you might be a jackass Asian, a jackass black. It's just people are people, man.
You got good people in every race. You got bad people in every race. You got dickheads over here, jerks over here, cool people. It's all mixed in. Everybody ain't the same. Like I said, because I got different background friends, different background. It's different. Like you can't really look sometime and see. Sometimes you got to feel a person out or hear what comes out their mouth or just feel a vibe. Like just don't go off of, eye view. Sometimes, because they do that with us a lot until they hear us talk and see how cool we are. So, and then we got new friends. And then Oswald is at the karaoke spot.
Yo, we're going to have to do it because my karaoke game is nice. So I think we're going to have to come up with some kind of...
We got to get a challenge. We're going to do the challenge on the show. We're going to let y'all...
I got a couple connections to Flushing. We can make that happen.
I'm going to get a song. And the song can't be... It got to be something far left. I'm going alternative on you. I ain't going to lie.
Oh, I'm going to top 40 on you. Hey, man, my top 40 game is impeccable, brother. Please. I can go Maroon 5.
Top 40.
I can go Z100 on you all day.
He going there. Like I said, he going there.
Nah, but I appreciate it. I look forward to the new year. I look forward to being a part of the show. I'm loving the energy. Happy New Year. I want to thank Renee as usual. Been rocking with me for for damn near 13 years. Always on my ass, pause, but it's always for the good. I know his heart is in the right place.
And one,
you know
and
what I
one
mean?
thing too, you ain't got the pause when it comes.
It's just a,
I know it's a habit
thing, yeah,
because
it's a
the
habit.
guys, because I'm the pause king.
Yeah,
Now, I'm
yeah.
not saying I'm pause, but I'm always getting pause. Pause.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, yo, what I say?
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
like, yo. So it's like, you know, but you ain't got to pause me. But like we said, happy New Year's, everybody. Make sure you keep it safe. Try to spend it with family. Try not to spend so much money. You get what I'm saying? This is Jay Butler on the My Block TV, you know, so. And then we're going to cash out from here. With my guy Oswald, we'll see him back again soon.
Yes,
All
very
right.
soon. Peace. Thank you, guys.